Chennai Lions are going to take on Goa Challengers. All right, it's time now for the next match that's coming up. It is the mixed doubles. From Chennai Lions, we have Sharath Kamal and Patricia Solia going up against Amal Raj Anthony and Cheng Yi Ching from Goa Challengers. That one's coming up next.
Cheng Yi Ching is playing such a terrific brand of TT, one of the best in the world. And Amal Raj, we know, is very bouncy around the table. They will certainly be a handful for Sharath and Solia.
Right, the amount of rotation that he gets on this ball, he's very whippy. He's a big guy. We've got the two bigger players with the wider reach and wingspan in yellow. And the opening, yeah, I'd say the opening attack is just very quality. But right now, if Amal Raj and Cheng Yi Ching can win this 3-0, they end the tie.
Well, that's not going to happen. I hope. But, this is the backhand. Had the opportunity, got close to the net. Just needed a little more whip on that. His forehand, of course, the big weapon for Sharath Kamal. Not the backhand so much. Here we are, back to the forehand, back to the point. Okay, Sharath Kamal could close it out right here. Well done. Good forehands, both by Sharath and by Patricia. That gives them lots of match points. Well, game points, that is. And there we go. Chennai Lions taking another point. And we hope that they come roaring back. This one was pretty easy. Just keeping it in play. And Cheng Yi Ching misreading the spin, trying to go for too much. Yeah, what's important here psychologically, Adam, is that if Sharath and Patricia win this comfortably, maybe 3-0 or 2-1, then going to the next singles, Sharath would be that much more confident and motivated, pumped up against Amal Raj Anthony. So psychologically, this win could do a lot more than just the points earned during the mixed doubles. Right. I often get ahead of myself looking at the lineup, but it's sort of important to in predicting the outcome of the overall tie. Madhurika Patkar has had an outstanding season. By her standard, it's the best yet. She's improving, and we see that. But Archana Kamath improving even faster and has just had really, I'd say, an outstanding season. Yeah, she is proving to be more of a complete player, doesn't have too many weak links in the game. Of course, she's going to get a lot better as she goes along. But that victory against Manika Batra, even though Manika wasn't quite at her best, live can truly make you go back and practice harder than you ever have before. Because you say, well, here he is, look at him, he's playing at the highest level, so strong at the table. I want a forehand like that. And then you go and hopefully practice and practice and practice, because that's how you're going to get it. Yeah, how many times have we seen shots where it cuts to the audience and they're trying to mimic what the player just did? It's like a training session mentally with your chance to practice in the crowd. Excuse me, I got to clarify. I do it too. We do it too here, so it's all right. Oh yeah, definitely not a thing of shame. I recommend it. When you watch it, get it into the muscle memory. If you see someone do a strawberry, try to mimic that motion. Watching is one thing, but I mean, you know, we'll talk about it a little more in a bit. She's that tricky, is she? Cheng Yi Ching knows the language but will not speak, will understand everything but will not let on. That's right. Oh, just about failing to get it back on the table. It was a desperate lunge, never easy, of course. You can even hurt yourself in the process, crossing the corner of the table. There just wasn't room to go around the net on this ball. It wasn't wide enough to hit the short side of the table with a roller. Hit the tape. Top edge. Most of these table tennis players, I've noticed, love that special get, that special shot, because they play the regulation forehand and backhand so often. I'm not suggesting it's boring. Once in a while, when they have to do something magical, like a ball clips off the net, goes somewhere else, and they fetch it back, it seems to give them enormous joy. Yeah, I mean, it creates opportunities. When something unusual comes your way, it gives you an opportunity for an unusual response. It changes everything. Now, thinking, hey, maybe we can actually take the second semi-final and make our way to the final, especially when you continue hitting the net all the time. Petrissa, yeah, she'll take it.
Yeah, net or no net, this is the right shot to play. It's a quality shot, loaded with spin from below the table. Look how low that was, though. Even if that comes over, it's not going to be an easy counterattack. It is now 2 game and clean sweep points to make it a 4-5 tie.
And we have a 4-5 tie. Shut up, Kamal and Petrissa Solia, dominant in the mixed doubles. Yeah, that's how to do it. That's how the Lions would do it. And like I said, watch out for the psychological impact of this win in the next match as well, as it's going to be Sharath Kamal taking on Amarraj Anthony.
Here are the stats on screen.
Well, yeah, 19-9 forehand winners. You would expect that with Sharath Kamal there. Backhand winners also in their favor. More attacking points, more super serves, more victories. 3-0.
Sharath Kamal versus Amarraj Anthony is match number 4 in a very tight tie. Coming up right after this.
Here we go, match 4. Right, the backhand, a little off the net. Apology. Pretty quick, attractive point to begin match 4.
So right now, what I've called for in terms of Hollywood script or Bollywood script, the most exciting possible match, be if Sharath Kamal wins 3-0 here to give a 7-5 lead to Chennai Lions after being down 1-5 and requiring a 3-0 win from Archana Kamath and only 1 game for Madhurika Patkar against the 19-year-old. Service warning here, toss not high enough. What are you thinking, Charu?
Well, just the fact that I am personally glad that, well, I suppose it's not such big, also such a big thing to have guessed, but I'm glad that we, I think, are definitely going to get to the final match. So that's good for a start. Once again, Sharath Kamal appreciating, I think, his forehand to the point where he thought it might be a winner, but it came back from Amarraj Anthony and he was late on it. Anthony now running around, knowing that he's on the cusp of winning this first game and taking the Goa challengers closer to a place in the final. There he is, game 1 done and dusted very easily in favor of Amarraj Anthony, who races back to his dugout. While Sharath Kamal nodding his head, shaking his head, a lot slower to get back. Will be disappointed. Did so well in the mixed doubles, and now, well, you feel that he thinks he's let his team down to begin with here.
One point at the end. Sutirtha played an incredible season, going undefeated, 6 for 6. But that one golden point in game number 3 went to Kritvika Roy on the chop block receive deep on the table.
Oh yeah, the first one didn't do it, the second one did, just clipping the net. Sharath Kamal's forehand, a joy to watch. But you know, of course it doesn't work like that, because Sutirtha Mukherjee's victories, all of them, matter to a team. But she may feel like saying sometime or the other that I'll trade all of that for just winning the last point of my last game and getting our team into the final.
At this point here, he was almost hung out to dry stepping around the backhand corner. Again, the smothering game, hanging in with all the heavy spin coming in from Sharath Kamal. There it is.
An important point, the same serve again.
Yes, this is the serve that won 2 games in their match. It got him 11-9 in game 2 and golden point in game 3. The last time these two played, that heavy underspin pendulum serve.
With a little bit of pace as well.
And the opposite. This time he does the opposite. He tries to make it look similar, but takes all the underspin off. Could have been straight side, but it was misreceived and it comes back long. Very clever. Look at that. that's exactly what he does.
Perfect point. Maybe he followed his coach's advice, or the multiple coaches' advice, to the T there.
Right, he got a push back, got a passive receive. As Thiago said, and we could hear, Amoraj has trouble with the Chiquita. Can't give the banana flick opening against your heavy underspin. And he's right so far. I mean, we've seen it. Either way, he's been watching closely. That is, Thiago Apollonia says it's trouble for him. He didn't say he can't, just that it's more trouble. So your percentages go way up when you do that.
Now, I also noticed for a change, because of his stature in the game and his experience and just who he is, Sharat Kamal was actually talking back to the coaches. That, well, if I do this, that's happening. If I do that, yeah, well, you know, he's actually come. Because normally players just sort of stand there wide-eyed, listening to everything, maybe absorbing it, maybe recovering. But Sharat Kamal was having a conversation.
Yeah, another point on the human side of the table here. Amoraj Anthony, the ball slips off. But you're right, I think part of that is culture, part of it is experience. You know, I see sometimes, especially like in Japan, for example, almost no one says anything back. In China, almost exactly the same. But if you've been in the game for a long time, it's important to respond if you feel like the coach isn't aware of something and it would change their advice. Someone says, do this all the time. You're like, but I have trouble when they push back long, and they do that effectively in that situation. Then the coach can address that. So it's not an argument, just something else to address the specifics.
Sorry, did I mean to sound like it was an argument? No. Sharat was just having a conversation, which was nice to see for a change. But I can't see any indication of any player at all having an argument. But I mean, I must say the world of table tennis is very well behaved. Well, 2 lets in a row. Sharat Kamal trying to keep it very close to the net. Maybe slow it short. Oh, yeah, whippy forehand. Amoraj unable to handle it. Maybe he had the right idea to go parallel. So difficult to control, though, at that pace.
So once again, the last 2 serves in this match will come down to Amoraj Anthony. The last 2 serve combination. But if these points are split and it goes to a golden point, Sharat has the serve.
But backhand to backhand, I would have favored Amoraj. Once Sharat moved around, stepped around to his forehand, he suddenly became favorite.
It's amazing. When I think backhands, I think Sharat Kamal, but then again, it's just because it's flashier and spinnier, but statistically, you're right. Amoraj is very strong in the backhand. Not over yet. Sharat Kamal fired up, has game and match point.
It's going to be a golden point. Number 51, I think. Yeah, there we go. Oh, boy.
But he's got the serve. Heavy underspin pendulum. It's saved him many times. Can he get an aggressive attempt out of Amoraj Anthony? Can he get him to try and take the Chiquita? 2/3 of his golden points won. He does it on golden point! A huge point! Jumps the barrier. He's in the dugout. Can he hold it back? He's rolling.
Oh, my goodness! That's for the team. We know he's a champion, but this is what UTT is all about. It's a team situation here. And Sharat Kamal, well, I hope you haven't injured yourself. Well, she'll be glad he didn't jump too deep into that dugout. Here's that final point. Golden point. Deep on the table, the push. And Amoraj hitting the net, tripping off it. Look at this reaction. Oh, wow, what a match. Sharat Kamal, well done. And just a quick reminder that the way they got past their opponents in the mixed doubles, I knew Sharat Kamal psychologically would be right on top. So 14-9 forehand, you'd expect that from Sharat Kamal, and you'd expect the 13-7 from Amoraj Anthony as well.
doubles. From Chennai Lions, it's Madhurika Patkar taking on, from Goa Challengers, Archana Kamath, coming up next.
To find out who will go into the final, Goa Challengers or Chennai Lions. Some pressure of expectation on Archana Kamath as well. I know she's young. She's done a lot of winning in the junior levels as well.
Now this is interesting. There was a let called for a service warning, not enough height on the toss. And this is very similar. What do you think, Charlie?
Well, just the fact that who can handle pressure better. Archana is probably a better player at this stage already, although she's 19. But Madhurika has played, obviously, so much more table tennis, so many more table victories as well over the years, medals in international competitions. And although you might argue that she's not as versatile a player as Archana Kamath, but will that experience help her be calm and take this for the Chennai Lions? Or will Archana Kamath's superiority of play and versatility make the big difference?
Now this is the game she tried and consistently generally plays. She'll go for heavy spin on the forehand sometimes, but when top spin's coming in, she'll counter quickly off the bounce. She keeps the racket up very high to stay on top of the ball.
Oh, popped the receive. Archana quick to spot it, leaned over and punched it back with the backhand. Easy winner. Good third ball attack.
Right, the parents of Archana Kamath in the crowd. Watching very nervously maybe. Beautiful backhand punch. Now in terms of versatility, that's credit to her game. We can talk about equipment a lot, but Archana Kamath to be able to backhand punch this, remember at 5'5", I'm saying I've seen a lot of 11.5s, 11.6s. And 11.6, Archana Kamath, the stronger of the two, gets 1 point to make it a 1 point difference between winning this tie and where the Goa Challengers are right now. So back up against the ropes, Chennai Lions need 2 wins in a row out of Madhurika Patkar. It's a tall order, it's a steep incline. You know, it was interesting, and yes, again, great to see Neha Agarwal, very much a strong fighting spirit for the pride of India in many different ways, working with Olympians right now. It was interesting for me to hear how differently the coaches spoke to Madhurika Patkar. Peter Angle, a Zen master, very concise. And then as soon as Raj came in, and he was very fired up, he said, play wide to the forehand, back her away from the table. Don't be afraid to go out there.
Well, a good start for Madhurika without doubt. The second game. Terrific blocks by Madhurika earlier on, but the pressure got too much to handle, and Archana Kamath finishes. Great block right there, especially at the forehand, and then that forehand too much to handle. Archana Kamath not letting go of the pressure. Terrific rally, 13 shots. Madhurika Patkar's forehands are not over yet. Terrific placement. Right into the corner. No chance for Archana. Well, Madhurika, has the most number of super serves for Indian players. Certainly here, there's a big difference. In the past, till the semi-finals, she had 26 to Archana Kamath's 13. Twice as many.
This is tough in the rally. Once she's behind the table, she's not going to surprise Archana Kamath. As strong as the spin is on these shots, it just doesn't have the heat and the surprise factor anymore.
Well, it's a big climb back for Archana Kamath, down, what, 7 points earlier. And like I said, if Archana can get a few points here, it's going to stand her in very good stead for the final game. It'll get her confidence back because she was losing it in the middle of that game. Still, Madhurika has to be heavily favored.
There it is!
That will do it! Madhurika takes a point back. And the Chennai Lions are still in it. 7-7. It's all down to the last game once again. I wonder if we're going to have a golden point finish. We could.
Golden point. Golden point. Madhurika Patkar took a big chance here, and it paid off.
She leaps around the backhand, steps around, gets into the forehand situation again. Patkar, too good from there.
Yeah, I mean, she has to be so strong from the start. After being up 7-1 and then playing 10-8, she needs a very more than comfortable, and there is no comfortable lead against Archana Kamath in this match. Remember, it is the last possible game, and Madhurika Patkar has momentum. Now, last night, a player who had never won a match and still hasn't won a match in Season 3 was carried out of here the heroine for winning on golden points. If Madhurika Patkar can win this game, she's not only won the match, she's won the team tie and just climbed a mountain against the odds.
Well, a good shot there of Vijay Yasudas and Aishwarya. On the edge of their seats, wondering how this is going to end. Point. Could we get to another golden point finish for a place in the final?
It's standing room only in the back. Golden tie from up 10-6. She's trying to shake out the nerves. You didn't think it could get any more exciting than it did last night.
All of a sudden a huge concern in the Chennai Lions dugout. Everybody's holding their breath. Patkar down, and unbelievably, we have both the semi-finals reaching a golden point. Just like yesterday, we said, is it possible to have the second semi-final settle in another golden point? We didn't think so, but here we are. Everybody, hold your breath.
Only 25% success rate here. 67 on the other side, but Madhurika has the serve. She's a super server. This determines everything. Who survives and who does not. Oh, she does it! She does it! Madhurika Patkar with the most suspenseful point of the match. She does the unthinkable. She wins it. The break off the net. Archana Kamath. She recovers, but still it is a Lion Pride party out here. Goa Challengers with the start that they had. What, 5-1? Unbelievable finish. Really?
What a turnaround. Madhurika Patkar, the heroine here. Wow, just like Kritika Sinha Roy last evening. Hey, the big boy hoists her up. Here's confirmation of how she got the better of the more fancied Archana Kamath. 21-10, the forehand winners made such a big difference. Now we knew that Archana Kamath was going to be more deadly in the backhand, and she was, but not enough. Super serves in favor of Archana Kamath.